I'm here with my project for the LindyStampGang Under the Sea project. This is my entry to the Under the Sea contest. This is a 12 by 12 layout that I created, and as you can see in the middle of the layout I have a steampunk version of a submarine fish. I've always wanted to do one, so I created my own submarine fish, steampunk, but tying in a lot of the creatures that you will see in the ocean. So let's begin, because I have a lot of things to explain. To start with the fish, let me close in here. This fish you see here is made out of cardstock. I took the cardstock, drew on it, and I drew a big fish. And then to give the three-dimensional look that you see here, I cut out the Tim Holtz gear die, and I took the biggest one, which is this one right here, and I cut it in half, and I put one here and one below to create the fins. I glued that with hot glue, and then I glued little balls of just glue on the cardstock, and I made fish lips. Then on top of the cardstock I put on this aluminum tape that you find at places like Home Depot and those home improvement stores. You can pretty much find it where the plumbing area is, if I'm not mistaken. So I took this and I cover all the glue and all the gears that I glued on the cardstock. And then I embossed it. I don't know if you can see the embossing. There it is. I have stickers from Micas right here. This is a brad. I just embossed it, and then after I was finished embossing it, I put black acrylic paint, and then I just wipe it off, and I did it about 3 times to give it an aged look. But to give it more of a patina look, I sprayed it down with Treasure Island Aqua to give it a patina look. And the green color that you see there is from Lucky Shamrock Green, and I like the turnout because it made it vintage looking. So that's my submarine fish. The eye is a glass bauble that I painted, and it's inserted inside one of the gears and decorated with a trim that I purchased from Carla S001. I'm going to go out here again. The paint job here is a Lumiere paint, but I didn't have any depth to it. So what I did, I took Delphinium, turquoise, and I just rub it all around with my finger, and it gave it that iridescent look. But here on the bottom, you'll see more texture. That's an 8.5 by 11 paper copy. Just, paper for you make copies out of, and I wrinkle it up. And I spray it with, if I'm not mistaken, that was with hydrangea. This is it. Hydrangea blue, shamrock green, Lucky Shamrock Green, and there was another blue I put in there. New Lamberger, no, just those 2. Oh no. Delphinium blue. Put those 3 in there, and after I crumble it up and spray it, then I dry it, and it gave it this texture look. If you can see here, I really like how it came out. So I basically made my own paper. The rock forms that you see here is also from copier paper. This I also wrinkled and sprayed it down with dark chocolate truffle, and I used a heat gun and I dried it, And it's, I glued down styrofoam back here to give it more of a three-dimensional look. And I covered it with the paper, and that's what you see as the reef. Now, all the little things you see here, like the little seashell with the pearl inside, the starfish, this shell right here, those are made out of paper clay. It's called Premier paper clay, and I made them. Basically what I did, I formed the paper clay on top of this marble, and then once I dried, I pop it out, and that gave it the form for this big clay right here, this big clam. And for the smaller ones, the ones here, I just form it on a marble, and then I pop it out. The colors I used to paint these seashells were Cocklebell's Coral, and the pink color that's inside, that is done with Ramblin' Rose Pink. So you can see there the two shells, and it pretty much matched the color of, you know, the real seashells. The starfish were painted with various colors to give it depth, and I embossed them with a stylus to give it the texture what seashells look like. And I used Yellow Rose of Texas, and then a layer of, where's my other one? Here it is, California Golden Poppy. And that's the colors I use on those seashells. The ribbon here was white, and I just hosed that down with shamrock green. This is a plastic leaf that came off of a flower set, but I also glimmer mist it with shamrock green. I took a piece of paper, just a regular piece of paper. I don't know if I still have it around here. Probably threw it away already. But I just sprayed it with shamrock green and a little bit of the hydrangea blue. And then I used scissors that are, they have like a curvy cut to them. And that's how I made this seaweed here. So this is just paper that I sprayed with shamrock green and hydrangea blue. And I used the scissors and I made my own seaweed. Those two, the fish and the seahorse, are from a stamp set of Inka Dinka Doo. And I painted the seahorse with, again, the yellow Texas rose. And I used Hagwardt's orange and a little bit of freaky Frankenline. And the fish here is painted with my magical micas, of course. All these small tubs you see that I'm showing here are my magical micas. Bachelor Button Blue. And where's my purple? Oh no, I used a red and they created a purple. So these two mixed together created purple, which is the Peony Scarlet Red. And then Bachelor Button Blue created that purple that you see there on the fish. Now, my favorite part of my 12 by 12 layout would be the octopus. He's made entirely out of paper clay, and he's painted only with sweet violet, purple, teal. This is a very cool color, and it gave him such a glimmer. Again, these are painted also with the same colors that I used here for these seashells here. I mean, for these starfish. And I painted on paper also with California Golden Poppy. I put glitter on a piece of paper, then I hot glue it, and I put the glass bubble on top of it, and I made my own jellyfish. And the small one is using Peony Scarlet Red and glitter, and I made that jellyfish. So that's my 12 by 12 layout. all made out of products of LindyStampGang, all the colors you see here. And you can pretty much make a lot of cool stuff just by creating your own paper line, well, your own paper, colored paper, and your own embellishments. And this is my entry. Hope you enjoy it, and thanks for watching. Bye.